Hey guys, I'm Chewy Mew and welcome to my channel, but more specifically, welcome back to another Chewy Mew review. Put some footage here on screen. I made a custom black suit Spider-Man figure where I basically just painted it all black and put a bad spider on it. And then I made a revision. I painted the spots that are blue, I painted them like a dark gray, and then I painted the rest of the body basically like a dark silver, and it looked kind of funky. So I decided, or like a paint marker, which a black paint marker and a silver paint marker. When I took them out of the packaging, I accidentally peeled off the whole label. But you get a black one and you get a white one. When you shake them, they have paint. So then you paint them on the figure. So it's basically paint except on a marker. So you don't have to get a bottle of paint and paint them like that. So as I said earlier, I made a pretty crappy custom of this. Then I made an okay custom, and I think this custom is the best Black Suit Spider-Man custom I'm probably gonna get too. You can see some paint there and stuff, some paint wearing off in here, place there. Because painting joints on figures, you don't know hell until you try painting a shoulder joint and having the paint not come off, But here is the figure. Take a look at the face first. Yeah, it doesn't look the best. Yeah, it doesn't look crazy neat, but I think I definitely put the most attention into the face, because the face, that's what you see the most. I think that looks pretty good. Oops, about my camera. I think that looks pretty good. I'm actually, to get a better detail here, I'm going to take off my wide angle lens. I think that face, it looks pretty good. The eyes, I'm probably going to go back and paint the eyes white. In the movie, I think the eyes are kind of silvery, like a whitish silver. Come on, camera, focus. Oh, the camera's not focusing. And then here's the chest. So I tried painting the spider on by hand, but it kind of blends in with the webs. It needs to be like erased 3D to pop out. You can see the texture on the webs there. Painted silver. And there's the spider on the back. The only thing is the black suit Spider-Man, the spider on the back is different. But honestly, there's kind of no real way to make the spider different, And the one on the front too. I kind of painted it and it kind of simulates that the spider has it. Here's the one arm. And as I said in the past reviews of this guy, you can see the shoulders are different. And that's because these are two separate arms. So I had a Spider-Man figure that unfortunately has broken and been destroyed, and it no longer is with us. So I decided to sacrifice his arm, since the figure, there's no way to fix that figure. I sacrificed his arm here, and that's why the shoulders look different. But I mean, yeah, they look different, but who cares? So here's the arm. There's this arm. The paint came out pretty good. On the fingers, the paint is always going to be messy. It doesn't always, never going to come out that good looking, I feel like. The webbing, painting webbing like this is pretty tricky, because you basically have to take the marker and go on the little joints, like, paint all the individual webs, paint everything individually. That gets pretty tricky. It's pretty hard. This took me like maybe 20, maybe 30 minutes. And there's the inside of the fingers. Some paint here and there kind of comes off, but I mean, when it comes to customs, that's kind of expected. I don't expect the paint to last forever, Then there's the belt there too. Looks black, but in person, this is actually kind of like a darkish grayish. Also, I sacrificed that other Spider-Man figure, the same one that the arm that was messed up. His legs were damaged too, so I just, like I showed in the past review, I cut the legs off right here, and I super glued these together. On this leg, I had to use a piece of clay because the leg was too short. But on this one, on this leg, they blend in together pretty well. You just see like a couple cracks here and there. And yeah, so take a look more at the legs, and here's the boots. The boots, I feel like the boots came out really good too. On the bottom of the foot, with how many coats this guy has, I've painted this guy like 3 times. You can't even see the bottom of the foot. The letters are covered so much, but I also had to cut open this figure. I had to cut him open to put this arm in. And because the way the joint was inside, so this figure, his arm was stuck. This arm was stuck in this position, because he had a gimmick when I stuck it in. Then I put some glue dots and some clay to wrap around and put in this hole. Here's the other leg on this side. I think this one, it looks quite a bit better. If you look up close, if you look this detailed in, you can see. The only thing is because he doesn't have the torso. The torso is one solid piece because the gimmick. So, so yeah, you can't bend him over and stuff. And of course he doesn't have butterfly joints, again, because the gimmick. But I still think this came out looking pretty good. Looks much better than the other 2 ways I've done it before. He can look all the way up. He can look all the way down. The head rotates all the way around as well. The arm, both arms have the same articulation. They rotate all the way around. They move Here, they're kind of stiff a little bit, but they still move. Double bend in the elbow, rotation here at the start of his glove, hinge in the wrist, and he can do the web shooting hand there. Moves hand back to normal, moves hand back there. The rotation here in the waist, the legs kick up. The legs are a little bit loose. He can do the splits because, of course Spider-Man can do the splits. This one rotates here a bit, but the other one doesn't rotate too much. Double bend in the knee, rotation here at the start of his boot, a very slight hinge in the wrist. The toe bends a bit, it bends down more, and the ankle goes a little bit forward and back. But either way, but yeah, that's about for this review. Let me know what you think about this custom, and I will see you guys in the next review.
See you, chump.